What's going on, y'all? Running this doggone live, trying something new, seeing what's going on in the world of cryptocurrency. Let me know if y'all out there. This is something new. Let me know if the volume's cool. Let me know if the vision is cool. I'm trying to set some things up to where I can do some screen sharing and have a little bit more visuals for you guys when I go live. So let's see what we got going on. Today we're going to talk about cryptocurrency. We know there's a lot of things happening in the world of finance, cryptocurrency. Tomorrow, the stock market will open back up, and we're going to see how things will be looking when the traditional stock market opens back up. So definitely have some interesting things in store. Going to be paying attention to how things play themselves out tomorrow, especially come Monday when the stock market opens back up. So it's definitely very interesting to see what we will be in store for tomorrow. So hopefully you guys are having a great weekend, but we're going to be talking about some of the things that we should be doing right now and could be doing right now, preparing ourselves for the next pump. There's going to be a next pump. The market is not going to continue to go down in a straight line. So we definitely want to be prepared. We always talk about how in the bear market, that's when people really make a lot of their gains. A lot of people make a lot of gains during the bear market. During the bear market is where you really have to strategize and perfect yourself. So let's see. It looked like we got a couple of chats. Okay, you say the volume sounds good, looks good. Cool, cool, cool. This is new, so I'm trying to get used to it, so y'all bear with me. The Lavender Lover, what's going on, brother? Uh, okay, so just let's see who else we got. Jason Rogers, what's going on, brother? He say I'm being patient and loading when I can't, coach. Well, that's what it's all about. You definitely have to be patient because there's a lot of moving parts, especially right now. We know we got the Middle East situations going on. So there's a lot of moving parts right now that we really have to be mindful of. So nevertheless, this is not the first time that we've seen volatility when it comes to situations and issues over there, whether it's the wars in within the Middle East. We've seen it before, so it's not the first time. Let's see who else we got rocking with us on this good Sunday afternoon. The Lavender Lover to say, just saw someone discussing how stock market could affect crypto doing this Iran thing. Could dip, might not. Well, typically when we do see some missile strikes, we do see some activity as far as war, anything like that, then, the market never likes that. Probably will see a dip tomorrow. But the wild part is that we did see a spike up in cryptocurrency for a little bit. We saw a lot of altcoins green. We've even seen Bitcoin spike up just a little bit. But if there was any time for Bitcoin to take a dip, it would be justified for it to dip right now while we are experiencing missile strikes, some of the war issues that we have going on right now. So definitely going to pay attention to the movements over the next few days for sure. Let's see, what day was that? We hit 60. Okay, so it's been we at 65. It's been almost a month since we hit that $60,000 mark for Bitcoin. Let's see if I could share my screen with you guys. Stop that ish, say can't help. My tag, my bad. Okay. Trying to get used to this new setup that I got going on. Hopefully the volume's cool. Hopefully the visual's cool. So I'm trying to maneuver some things around, read the chat and all that good stuff. So y'all bear with me. Let's see what we got going on. There we go. Boom. Buying opportunities for sure. So if you take a look at Bitcoin right now, It's been about a month since we hit that bottom. We all know that the bottom of 2026 so far was when Bitcoin spiked all the way down and had a nasty wick of February 5th. February 5th, the market did plunge down to $60,000. We hit that $60,000 mark. People panicked. That's when everybody started to talk about that Bitcoin was going to continue to go down. We went from $77,000 to $60,000. We lost, $17,000 overnight. So that was huge. That is still very important point in the cryptocurrency market. We know that the top of Bitcoin was $126,000 October 2025. What are we, about 5-6 months removed? Will be October, November, December, January, February. Yeah, we're about 5 months removed from the all-time high. So this is just the points, the lower points that we're going to be hitting. A lot of things, a lot of questions are out there. Some people are saying, is this bear market going to be shorter than before? We talked about the market and the cycles shifting. Will we peak 2-3 months sooner? Will we peak 2-3 months later? There's a lot of things on the table. A lot of things could happen right now. Nevertheless, Bitcoin, has it been doing over the past month? The entire month of February, been trading sideways. I think we may have hit $71,000 the next day. The next day. So that just goes to show you, when we hit extreme fear, when the fear and greed index got to about 5, we hit $60,000. That right there should really be a lesson for us. You know, there has been a multitude of lessons that we have been learning, especially all through 2025. But this is the most recent lesson. We're going to continue to have lessons that we will learn being in this cryptocurrency market. Whenever you see the markets dip, whenever you see the market spike down, those are always buying opportunities. Take a look at February 5th. We went from $77,000, February 2nd, $78,000, and smashed all the way down February 5th, $60,000. The next day, we spiked all the way back up to $71,000. So that is another lesson. Pay attention to the market that we're in. Are we in a bull market right now, or are we in a bear market? We are clearly in a bear market. So what are we supposed to be doing in the bear market? What is our assignment? You have to understand and know what the assignment is. Our assignment is to accumulate in a bear market. This is not financial advice. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell any crypto. This video is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes only. Doggone fear and greed index hit extreme fear. Some folks start to run. Some folks started to sell and get out of the market. So another lesson that we learned: if we open up the market tomorrow, Monday, stock market open up, S&P 500 start to crash and tank, the Dow Jones start to crash and tank, what is it that we should be doing? Fear and greed index start to get lower and lower. What is it that you think we should be doing? What did we learn from February 2nd, February 5th? When Bitcoin spiked all the way down to $60,000, what was the right thing to do? So we're going to continue to travel on this course for a little bit. I don't think it's going to be over just that quick. A bear market is a bear market. We may see a little bit of a relief rally, may see a little bit of a pump. Nevertheless, that is normal in a bear market. In a bear market, you will see some relief rallies. You will see some fake pumps. It'll reel you in. People will start to buy at the top. They don't want to buy right now when it's $66,000. They didn't buy when it was $60,000 a few weeks ago when it dipped. But you best believe if Bitcoin crank up $70,000, $75,000, people are going to be in line to buy. Having the wrong viewpoint, having the wrong understanding of how to dominate a bear market, because there is a way to dominate the bear market. You have to know how to dominate the bear market. A lot of folks who get rich in cryptocurrency, in the stock market, the money starts to flow in the bull market. But you have to have the right positions during the bear market. The bear market is where all the moves happen. That's where all the work is acknowledged, is happening in the bear market. The bear market are the opportunities that people look forward to. People are excited right now that we're in a bear market, especially cryptocurrency. Now, the stock market, that's a little bit different because we're at an all-time high for the most part with the stock market, but we could see the stock market start to wick down also. Bitcoin, $66,000 is not bad in my opinion. We talked about how low Bitcoin could go. We talked about what happened the previous cycle, how Bitcoin went from $69,000 all the way to $16,000. That is huge. That was a huge dip. Will we see the same thing? Will we see Bitcoin go from $126,000 all the way down to $35,000? $40,000 Bitcoin. Right now we're at six. That's why I say $66,000. I'm excited about $66,000, but we could definitely see some more moves to the downside. Who else we got? Ramos. What's going on, young man? He said, you think they're going to be an altcoin season? That's an excellent question. That is an excellent question. Let me see, I think yesterday, let me take a look. I think yesterday we saw, let's take a look. I think Polkadot. Polkadot had an outstanding move. We're going to take a look at Polkadot. Let's see what's going on with Polkadot. Look at that. 1 month chart, 1 week, 24 hours. Went down. Polkadot. Here we go. Price of Polkadot, $1.24, February 24th. And then you just seen it start to ramp up all the way up to $1.74, $1.75. Excellent level. $1.23 all the way to $1.75. That could be telling you something. You always want to pay attention to the characteristics of your coins. Zoom out a little bit more. Let's see what Polkadot now. When you zoom out, that's why I always say, place things in their proper perspective. When you zoom out, you can really get a better picture and idea of what is going on. Don't get caught up in the moment. Do not get caught up in the moment. So let's go back. Let's go back to the moment. If we go back to the moment, we'll look at this and say, whoa, Polkadot is killing it. Polkadot is starting to produce extraordinary green candles, which that is beautiful. Those are great movements. That is what we want to see. But when you zoom out, we're at $1.52 right now for Polkadot. It did spike up a few days ago to $1.75. Let's zoom out over the past year. What has Polkadot been doing? And remember, we talk about 2025 being the quote-unquote bull market. No other way to cut it. 2025 was the bull market. Was it as explosive as previous bull markets? No, it was not. Nevertheless, it was the bull market. Confirmed. 2026 is the bear market. So let's not get things twisted. Let's not try to recreate any narratives. 2025 was the bull market. 2026, what we're sitting in right now, is the bear market. Zoom out. We take a look at 2025. Polkadot hit $5.10. That's a bull market. That was the bull market. You take a look at where it's at now, $1.52. And people are excited about that $1.52. Why? Look what it just did. It went from $1.23 all the way from $1.52. It was $1.75. Bear markets are very important. If you get it late, if you get it wrong, you mess around and be buying back at levels about $5. Why? Because it is not cute. It is not easy to buy when Polkadot is $1.23. Nobody wanted to buy Polkadot at $1.23. Why? Not zooming out. Why? Not understanding where we are. We're in a bear market. What are we supposed to be doing in the bear market? Accumulating great projects. Let's see who else we got rocking with us on this great Sunday. Ramos, we definitely going to continue that altcoin season discussion. Lavender Lover say, hit the like button, man. I like the video. I appreciate you, man. Mr. Tankard, Northeast Philadelphia is in the house. He say, Coach, I see the new upgrade. I'm loving it. Let's go. Yeah, I was tested out earlier, man. I went live and accidentally, got to be careful on this internet. Corey Drum say altcoin season is incoming, fellas. That's what I'm saying. Altcoin season didn't come last year. Altcoin season was supposed to come in 2025. It did not come, or it didn't come as we was expecting it to appear. It wasn't dressed up like we would have liked it to be dressed up. So, nevertheless, we did see some coins pump. He said we're almost there. Relax. He said he's bullish for 2026. 2026 we're in the bear market right now. Some people are bullish. He say zoom out and you'll see we own. Okay, Corey Drums is in the house. How can I get this to slide over? Compilators say, wait till the stock market crash, Bitcoin will drop down. That's when you buy. How come I can't see? Let's see. Live chats. Okay, I think there we go. Yeah, so that's a great point. You know, there's always two sides. Corey Drum say, man, I'm bullish for 2026. 2026 is going to explode. And then you got Compilator. He say, hold up, man, pump your brakes. The stock market is at an all-time high. Do you think the stock market is going to continue to ramp up? Do you think the stock market is going to continue to ramp up? We're at an all-time high right now. He say, man, once the stock market starts to cool off, if we see a stock market crash, he said, once the stock market crash, cryptocurrency is really going to tank. He's saying when that happens, that's when you want to buy. You want to buy when the stock market crash, because the stock market crash, cryptocurrency is going to be in a free fall. Let's see what we got. Okay. Dow Jones. Okay, very interesting. That's when you buy, for sure. You want to buy when that doggone thing drop. Stock, what about Bitcoin bottom? He said, what would the Bitcoin bottom be? We're going to talk about that too, but let me show you this other. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones. Take a look at the stock market real quick. Looking at the Dow Jones, we are just below all-time high. You take a look right here. The Dow Jones did hit What do we hit? That's about 50,000 points. And then right here we hit 50,188. That's the all-time high, February 10th. Now that right there got me scratching my head just a little bit. I'm saying, was that the top? Was February 8th, 10th the top? 50,188 points for the Dow Jones. As you can see, we have been declining. 49,451. Then boom, 48,884 a week ago, February 23rd. What will the market look like tomorrow? Weekend missile strikes, Middle East, all type of volatility, all type of fear in the market. What will the stock market look like tomorrow? That is that's what I'm paying attention to. Now, if the stock market does something very wild, wacky, and crazy tomorrow, if we see a massive dip, I am going to be buying various stocks. There's a lot of stocks that are beat down right now. Microsoft, Amazon. I loaded up on Netflix about a month ago when it tanked. I will buy more Netflix if the market goes down tomorrow, but you want to make sure that I want to make sure that I'm very well diversified. Yeah, I love cryptocurrency. I love Bitcoin. I love the altcoins, but I am not going to forget about the stock market. Millionaires have always been made in the stock market. Cryptocurrency is new. It's still trying to get its footing up under it. We're still trying to get a Clarity Act. We're trying to get rules, regulations. Excuse me. The stock market already have that. Volatility is not as much as cryptocurrency. The risks are not as much. So that's why I am very well diverse. One of these avenues is going to allow me to scale through, going to allow me to make my way through. I remember when the Dow Jones was 19,000 points. Nobody ever thought it would hit 20,000, 25,000 points. Now we 50,000 points. And people are talking about what if 100,000 points. Things are moving very fast. Things are moving very fast, but you want to prepare and you want to get ready for whenever we see bear market activity. What are we seeing in cryptocurrency? Bear market activity. What type of preparations are you putting in place? What type of plans do you have situated, ready to launch, ready to enact? If we crash tomorrow, if the stock market dips down 1,200 points tomorrow, are you ready? Have you already sketched out the companies that you want to get some skin in the game in? Have you already sketched out which altcoins that you needed to fill up your bag? Very important. Very important. Let's see who else we got rocking with us on this Sunday afternoon. Let's go back to Bitcoin. He said, what do you think the bottom of Bitcoin will be? Lavender Lover said between $40,000 and $50,000. And also, I'm really focusing and paying attention on what the masses of the community is saying. If everybody is saying one thing, I gotta go the other direction. If everybody's saying $40,000, $50,000, what's $60,000 the bottom? Probably not, because we're still going to see some volatility in the stock market. I assume we will. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just shoot and continue to shoot. Let's go back. That's an awesome question. Let's take a look. Let's zoom out. Let's see what's been going on. You take a look at the doggone Dow Jones, the 6-month chart. September 2025. Now remember, 2025 was the bull market for cryptocurrency. 45,000 points, September 2025. Let's see what happened on that October 10th, 10/10. Stock market took a little bit of a dip also. We know crypto got destroyed on 10/10. The stock market went to 45,479. Then again, 45,752 on November 20th. So this joker is just running at full steam. I'm talking about continuing to make higher highs. Cranking up 48,704. December 11th, 2025. Then we get to February 10th, 50,188. Was that the top? Was that the top? If that was the top, that means the Dow Jones is going to slide down. That means $60,000 was not the bottom for Bitcoin. So, there, like the young man said, $40,000, $50,000. The lavender lover. $40,000, $50,000 probably will be the bottom for Bitcoin. I agree. I like those numbers. Even though if $60,000 was the low, that's why we were dollar cost averaging that also. That's why it's important to have your levels that you're going to DCA at. You want to have your levels that you're going to dollar cost average at. $60,000 was a great level to dollar cost average, not only on Bitcoin, but some of the other altcoins also. Oh. Let's see who else we got rocking with us. He said the Dow Jones ain't nothing but a Mickey Mouse index. Man, that's what all the financial gurus and all the large institutions of the world use. He said, what stocks you recommend? Well, there's a lot of stocks. If you're over there in the Patreon, I did put a list of the stocks that I like, especially during volatility, especially during time where you're seeing war activities. You definitely want to kind of pay attention to some of the war sectors, defense sectors. Also, the tech stocks. Those stocks are beat down right now. Amazon's beat down real bad right now. Microsoft beat down real bad right now. So I'm definitely, tomorrow, if we do see a dip, those are going to be two of the main stocks that I'm going to load the boat on. We could take a look at that right now. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Amazon. See what's going on with Amazon. Take a look at Amazon. Price of Amazon right now, $210. Down just a little bit. Let's see what's going on. Load up, baby. While that's loading up, Bitcoin $65,400, down 3% just about on the day. Ethereum $1,927. But like I keep mentioning, like I keep stressing, the Bitcoin dominance is starting to slide. The Bitcoin dominance is starting to slide. We're at 57.8% for the Bitcoin dominance. Ethereum dominance 10.3%. And the fear and greed index is at 16. So we talked about how the fear and greed index probably will be trading sideways. Also, we'll probably see the fear and greed index go from 2022 to 6 or 7, probably to 8, between 8 and 2022. We'll probably see it fluctuate for a little bit. Solana's $82, $83. See which coin. If you look at the coins that's been performing well, not a lot of great movements on a 24-hour chart. Pippin down, Polkadot down, Pepe down. Damn, Pepe down 15% on the week. Damn, my Amazon won't pop up. What the heck? What the heezy? Wonder why Amazon wouldn't pop up. That is crazy. But take a look at Microsoft. Take a look at Microsoft. Over the past 6 months, currently Microsoft is $392. October 2025, Microsoft was $550. Now it's $392. It did dip all the way down to, got down to about $350. So I'm going to load up the boat on Microsoft. That is a, let's see, how high did we get? We were 480. Back in April 2025, Microsoft was $354. So it ran up to about $550 and came back down to where it's at right now. Will it go lower? Will it go lower? $220 back in 2022. So plays like this, you know, Microsoft, the Amazons, these plays are going to continue to make higher highs. These are safe plays. Excuse me. These are plays I like to keep my portfolios balanced. These are some of the plays that help keep your portfolios from being so volatile. Let's see who else we got rocking with us. Dang, why I can't read some of these. Let's see, let me slide this over maybe. There we go. I think that did it. There we go. He said cash. Cash is king, man. Cash is king. You got cash, you got dry powder. So when opportunities like this present itself, you ready. When opportunities like this present itself, you are ready. You got dry powder, you got cash. If we see a dump tomorrow from the Middle East, Iran issue, war, then that's going to be time to launch that dry powder that's sitting on the side. Get your positions. Buy these things while they are dirt cheap. E-Money 8871. What's going on, brother? You say OG stock. Patience will reward us. You're right about that. Patience is very important. Time to get rich. The time is right now in the bear market. It don't seem like it. It's not the popular thing to do. Buying right now while the market is getting destroyed. Buying Bitcoin while it's $65,000. If we see a crash tomorrow in the stock market, it will not be an easy thing to buy. Why? Because some people are going to say, you know what? It's going to go lower. Why buy it right now? And it's going to go lower. If we drop 1,000 points tomorrow in the stock market, some people are still going to be hesitant to buy. That's why I always talk about dollar cost averaging, how important dollar cost averaging is. So time is very important. We're not worried about the next 30 days, the next 90 days. We know that this cycle is 4 years. The Bitcoin cycle is 4 years. We're not worried about getting it right over the next 90 days, over the next 365 days. We're not worried about scaling up and getting to those multipliers that we want to see. But the hard work has to be done right now. The hard work has to be done during the bear market. So when the bull market come around, then a lot of the work that we've been doing will be rewarded. We'll see the fruits from our labor during the bull market when things are pumping. You don't want to buy when it's pumping, but most people buy when it's pumping. Most people buy when there's excitement in the market. Oh, Bitcoin $122,000, let me go ahead and buy. Solana $242, let me go ahead and buy. Happens all the time. Time and time again, emotional investors. Emotional investing is a real thing. So you want to make sure that you understand how important patience is. Yeah, you might be getting destroyed right now, but patience and time. They say time heal all wounds. It might not heal all wounds, but time will give you a chance to recover. Time will give you a chance to win again. Give you a chance to take another jump shot, which is what we will be doing. We're not trying to hit it overnight. Not going to be switching and moving a lot of things around and, oh, this didn't work, so let me try something else. Sometimes you just got to be patient. You just got to continue to hit and learn as much as you can and become a student of the game. I remember a buddy of mine that I grew up with. After high school, he didn't know what he wanted to do. He kept trying different stuff. He said, oh, I want to be an auto mechanic. That didn't work out. Then he'd try something else. Then he'd try something. Like, man, sometimes you just got to relax. You just got to be patient and hone in on one thing. You can't be moving all over the place. You do 25% here, 30% there, 15% here. You got to focus on one thing and give it your all. And that's what we're doing with this investing thing. We're focusing on this and we're giving it our all, trying to be a student of the game. Let's see who else we got rocking with us on this wonderful Sunday afternoon. He said, I'm getting my cake up to make it rain when the haters are crying in their oatmeal. Well, a lot of people are watching you, believe it or not. A lot of people know that you're in cryptocurrency. A lot of people are watching you. They're watching Bitcoin. When Bitcoin was $100 and something thousand, everybody, was calling and excited and asking questions. Rightfully so. When it was $108,000, my niece, she said, Unc, man, you better, she said, you should sell right now. Everybody understands the assignment though, but when it's down and low right now, nobody wants to understand how valuable it is. That nobody wants to talk about the opportunities that we're presented with. Not only with Bitcoin, but take a look at so many other altcoins that are low and beat down right now. Who else we got? Charles Bank. What's going on, man? He say, so Sudu, I'm telling y'all, great plays, great plays. Tony Trump is in the house. What's going on, brother Trump? Shouts out to Tony Trump. Tony Trump been busy past couple of weeks dealing with the Oval Office, Uncle Trump, all that good stuff. But XRP, I like XRP in a real way. You take a look at XRP, I always say how XRP has been the only coin that has ever flipped the market cap of Bitcoin. You zoom out, XRP is beat down. XRP is beat down. Over the past year, it's down almost 40%. XRP cranked up $3.55, $3.60 back in July 2025. You take a look at XRP all-time high, $3.84, January 2018. So it got very close to its all-time high in 2025. But what were we expecting in 2025? In 2025, we were expecting altcoin season. We were expecting these altcoins to do multipliers. If the high of XRP was, what was the high in 2021 for XRP? Because I know it was going through this little SEC issue. 2021, what it hit, $1.70? XRP hit $1.70 in 2021. We were expecting it to do 8x, 5x, something like that. Expected it to get close to $10, especially once the SEC court case was resolved. Nobody talks about what happened with the XRP court case. Nobody talks about why XRP did not go parabolic once the court case was resolved. I think that is one of the great mysteries of cryptocurrency. When we talk about how the comfort level in cryptocurrency, we talked about how the trust in cryptocurrency is just not there anymore. XRP, what happened? What is going on? Is there more information that needs to come out? It's like they left us hanging. A lot of information that we have been waiting on, it's like they left us hanging. I know they got the Bitcoin conference coming up in a few months. I can't imagine who will be the speakers. I can't imagine what they will be talking about. Will we see some type of recovery in 2026? Or will it just continue to slide down? So XRP 2025, it did hit $3.55, but that was nothing. It did double from the previous cycle's all-time high. But we really came up short with our altcoins. Solana, same thing. Solana hits all-time high or near all-time high. Didn't quite break it. Ethereum did break its all-time high. Binance, let's see what Binance did. Binance Coin did well. Binance Coin did well. Binance Coin got to over $1,300, $1,300 in October 2025. That was the top. October 2025 was the top of the market. We thought it was going to continue and go well into quarter four. Thought we would see some type of Santa Claus rally. Thought we would see some pumps in November, December. We had interest rate cuts and all that stuff, and that did not matter. That's why people are saying, what is going on? But I think the cycle did what it was supposed to do time-wise. Now, strength-wise, as far as multiplying on great levels or levels that we thought it would multiply on, whether it was 5x, 10x, I think that was the issue. So $1,300 for Binance Coin. BNB, October 2025, right now is back at $615. During Liberation Day, 2025, it got down to $554. Cranked all the way up, almost did a 3x to $1,300 in a few months. See what the previous high was for Binance Coin. The previous high was $654 in November 2021. So Binance Coin is consistently hitting the top of the cycle. November 2021, that was the top. October 2025, that was the top. COVID-19, March 2020, Binance Coin was $12. That doggone thing did a 100x. If you would have bought that $1,300, Binance Coin did 100x in 6 years. Binance Coin did a 100x in 6 years. Cryptocurrency is the truth. Do we still have coins out there that can do what Binance Coin did? Are there still coins out there that can run and do a 100x? If y'all got some coins out there y'all want me to take a look at, let me know. While I got this doggone coin market cap up, we could take a look at some coins. Send me a super chat and I'm going to go straight to your coin. Let's see what else we got rocking and rolling. Bitcoin $65,217. Bitcoin dominance 57.8. Fear and greed index is at 16. Waiting on Ethereum to wake up. You look at the Ethereum chart. Ethereum is looking the exact same way that the cycle is looking. We hit the top October 2025. October 2025, Ethereum hit the top. $4,900. Now we're back at $1,920. I'm talking about when the bear market comes. The bear market is very vicious when it comes. The bear market is very vicious when it comes, as you can see. That's why when we hit the top, we got to get out of there. Only way to make money, to make profits, is to sell. If you don't sell, you're going to be right back doing a round trip. 1,500, 1,400 bucks. Ethereum doing Liberation Day, April 2025. How low will Ethereum go? If Bitcoin get down to $40,000, $50,000, how low do you think Ethereum going to go? If Bitcoin dropped another 40% from where it's at right now, do you think Ethereum's going to drop more than that? What if Ethereum dropped another 50%? I'm talking about an $800 Ethereum. What if Ethereum get down to $800? When was the last time we've seen a $800 Ethereum? Mm. 2020. December 2020. We're talking about 6 years ago. We're talking about 6 years ago. Ethereum top November 11, 2021. Okay, interesting. Then we came all the way back down. Let's take a look. November 2021, Ethereum topped. Then we saw a bottom. June 2022. So that sounds like 7 months. So 7 months from the top of the previous cycle is where we saw the bottom. We know Bitcoin topped in October. What 7 months from October? November, December, January, February, March, April, May. In May, we could be seeing the bottom. We're still early right now. We're in March. We got a couple of more months. March, April, May, we could be seeing the bottoms. Going to be loading up very heavy. Preparing. Like we did in 2022. This is 2022. This is all bear market stuff. We seen a pump. Ethereum was at $1,000 in June 2022. In August 2022, that thing ran up to 1,800 bucks. Almost doubled. People probably were saying, oh, the market's getting ready to recover. We're back in the bull market. Then guess what happened? Boom. December 2022. Right back at $1,281. That's still the bear market. One of the young men mentioned the other day, he said, Coach, remember we do still have rallies in the bear market. I'm like, yeah, you doggone right. There will be rallies in the bear market. So knowing that we're in a bear market, if I do see a rally in the bear market, Guess who's going to be taking profits? Guess who's going to be scaling out? And then once it dipped back down, guess who's going to be entering back in, acting like the large institutions, doing what the large institutions do. Jason Wilson, what's going on, brother? He say, did you know Doja Mars went to 72 cents 2 weekends ago? We was billionaires and didn't even know until the week. Hell no, I did not know that. Man, I don't see that, brother. He said it went to 72 cents. Boy, 72 cents. Man, everybody would have been talking about that. Shit, over the past year, Doja Mars down 80%. Real bear market issues. Real bear market issues. Unless it was probably a glitch. It was a glitch somewhere. It shows 72 cents. Man, I'm like 72 cents. Sheesh. Boy, I don't think the cryptocurrency exchanges, the platforms would add enough liquidity to cash us all out. We'd have been selling so quick. Burn, 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 burn. Shouts out to my man Jason. Appreciate the super chat, brother. Appreciate you always showing support to the Stock Holiday channel. He said he got proof. What? Let me know if y'all can hear this. Can y'all hear this? Maybe I need some earphones. Can you hear that? Let's see. What does this button do? Still trying to get used to this new setup. Reactions, timestamps, participants. Yeah, I definitely want to see that proof. The shy one, he said, all right, let me know if you hear this click. I'm clicking something right now. I don't know. I was trying to. Should have been a bell or something. Shouts out to the shy one, the mods in the house. Yeah, but if that thing hit 72 cents, appreciate that, shy. Man, I remember Doja Mars back in 2021. Buddy of mine was buying it right up in this area. That thing popped. Man, he was like, man, y'all should buy it. It kept going up. He said, man, it's still going up. Y'all should get some. But shit, by the time we got it, it was about right here. And then you know what happened after that. He said it still shows 72 cents. If you got an app that shows 72 cents and they're missing 7 zeros, bro, or 6 zeros, We was buying it right here in 2022. We thought it was going to continue to scale up, but that thing did the opposite. Bought in 2022, which was the bear market, and then that thing just bled out. That's nasty work, bro. That's nasty. Whooped us. Damn meme coins. Bitcoin pumping up 65,998, almost $66,000 for we 66,000 for one Bitcoin right now. How the heck do he says it shows it went up to 1,000. What app is that, Brody? Mini feed. What is this? What is this? Two years. I think I gotta refresh this. Pop out event filter and options. Yeah, I just want to know what app it is. I could go to the app, but in any case, if an app is showing that, then it's all bad. I wouldn't trust that app for anything. Yeah, but it's going to be interesting to see how the market opens up tomorrow, especially the stock market. That's going to be the main thing that could really get the needle moving. As you can see, just been a lot of sideways action over the past month, especially. Here we go. Over the past month, ever since we hit that bottom of $60,000 beginning of February, look what we've been doing. That's sideways. A lot of sideways action is all we've been doing, moving sideways. So we're just accumulating. If we do see any dips tomorrow, this coming week, just going to continue to accumulate. I'm definitely going to pay attention to the cryptocurrency coins that touch their all-time high. Gerald Yelks, what's going on, brother? Welcome to the Sunday afternoon show. Yeah, I'm going to pay attention to the coins that hit their all-time high, like Solana, Ethereum. I think XRP touched its all-time high. Some coins didn't, man. Like we just took a look at Dogecoin Mars. I'm not touching Dogecoin Mars. Why? Because it couldn't even hit or get close to its all-time high. So that is homework for me. That's what I'm going to be doing, what I'm going to be looking at. Going to be scouting, looking at the various coins and finding out which ones got close to. Let's take a look at Polkadot. We did look at Polkadot real quick. Let's see what Polkadot did in 2025. See what Polkadot did in 2025. He said, hey, coach, what is your best paid tier of your best channel? I don't know what that means. You mean my Patreon? Or the channel? the YouTube member. Gerald Yelk say, I've done some serious research. XRP is the ish. It's the global solution. Well, you know, the last time we went live, the fellas was talking about and comparing XRP to CC Ketten Network. They were making some great points, but it's hard to go against the OG XRP. Two things could be right at the same time. You could get some skin in CC Ketten, and you can still hold on to your XRP. Ooh. Misha Sayback say, I just buy AIOZ again. Maybe $2. Shit, if AIOZ network get to $1 again. We're going to take a look at AI's network also. But let's take a look at Polkadot. And let's see what its all-time high was back in 2021. Let's check our theory out. Oof, not looking good. Not looking good. In November 2021, that was the all-time high for the previous cycle. Take a look at Polkadot. Polkadot was a brand new coin. Polkadot was experiencing its first bull market. Polkadot was going through and getting ready to experience its first altcoin season. Polkadot was a brand new coin. Came out August 2020. The year of the Bitcoin halving. What happened? It came out at $2. The year after the Bitcoin halving, that doggone thing went up to $55. So it did a 20x. It did a 20x, $55. Bear market came 2022. Getting beat down, $6. All the way from $55 the previous year. Now it's down to $6 in July 2022. December 2022, $4. October 2023, $3. Man, Polkadot is looking very suspect right now. You take a look at 2025. Take a look at October 2025. What was Polkadot? Polkadot got to $5, maybe $6. May 2025. Previous all-time high, $55, 2021. Now the best it can do is get to $5 in 2025. That's not a play that I would be interested in. Now, can it recover? The fact that it's so low, $1.53, even if it was to get back to $5, that'll still be great multipliers. You're talking about a 3x. If it get back to where it was in May 2025. So maybe it is a good play. We did see the most recent pop, where it popped right here. It was at $1.23. Popped all the way up to $1.71. Maybe it is a good play. If it get to $10, it don't even have to get back to its all-time high of $55 right now. If it get to $10, you're talking about doing a 7x, something like that. So maybe Polkadot is a good play. Maybe that's something we should have on our radar. It is the number 33rd largest cryptocurrency coin in the world. The market cap is $2.56 billion, so it's still a big dog. It's still a factor in the cryptocurrency landscape. Yeah, that's interesting. I might have just talked myself into buying Polkadot. Craig Beach, what's going on with you, brother? Welcome to the Sunday afternoon show. Going over these altcoins, man, looking at the market, talking about how the market is in a bear market for sure. He said Polkadot is a dead project. Yeah, it's definitely a confirmed dead project, but can it still give you a 5x? Can it still breathe a little bit of life back in itself? What if Polkadot does get back to $5 or $6? Then you're talking about a 3 or 4x, something like that. Not saying it's probably will never get back to $55, obviously, from 2021. And that is why I was harping on looking at the coins that will be experiencing their first bull market and their first altcoin season. So later on this summer, we're going to be doing deep dives. We're going to be looking at which coins could we be buying, looking at some brand new coins that were just introduced, that was just released. CC Canton Network. When was Canton Network released? Let's take a look at CC Canton Network. When was that coin released? Okay, came out in November 2025. Came out 1 month after the top of the cycle. So we're going to watch this coin and watch how it plays out. But as you can see, it got down to 5 cents December 2025. Right now we're at 16 cents. So that thing's already at a 3x. This thing is already at a 3x if you were buying in December. What other coin out there that you can say have had these type of movements? That is something to speak on. Those are great characteristics. You take a look at the past month, it's down 11%. Past week, not too bad. But definitely look like something that we need to place on our radar. If we see this thing get, let's see, what was this support level? 10 cent support level, January 9th, 2026. And then after that, beautiful run up to 20 cent. Golly. Canton Network. Canton Network, CC, could be making moves this coming cycle. Misha said we need to accumulate as much alts as we can till September this year. Well, you want to make sure you're accumulating Bitcoin also. Bitcoin will help keep your portfolio stable from being so volatile. A lot of these altcoins, when they start to shift and when they start to dip, they go down in very dramatic fashions, especially meme coins. Meme coins, especially if the meme coin already had a run, it's kind of like getting a piece of fruit. I got a lemon tree out back. If I get that lemon, pick that lemon off that lemon, I cut it in half, I squeeze the juice out of it, that's it. I'm not going to be able to come back 2-3 days later and squeeze the same amount of juice out of it. It's done. It has already had its pump. It's kind of like meme coins. Once these things get squeezed out, that's it. That is it. You're not going to squeeze juice out of no doggone turnip. So doing portfolio analysis is awesome. Doja Lawn Mars, we looked at it earlier. 2021, boom, that thing popped. That's it. That is it. Came down and it's a wrap. No more legs up under it, no more juice. And that's a meme coin. But take a look at Polkadot. Polkadot, same type issues. 2021, popped nice. Since then, squeezed out like a piece of fruit. And Polkadot is supposed to be a great play. So those are characteristics that you have to pay attention and take a look at. Some of these other coins I got up. Take a look at Spell Token. Spell Token chart, nasty. 24 hours, Spell Token down 4% on the week. Spell Token is down 7% on the month. Spell Token is down 27%. Every time you click, Spell Token is down. You click on the 1 day, spell token is down. The 1 week, the 1 month, the 1 year, the all. If it looks like a duck, boy, spell token was one of my most bullish plays. Almost put a ring on spell token. He said a lot of people out here trying to squeeze juice out of a peanut. That's cold, boy. You trying to squeeze juice out of a peanut. You talking about being here all day. He said, but Bitcoin is going in range, 30,000, 48,000, but AIOZ on 3.4 cents. For me, it's better than Bitcoin. Absolutely. You're right. You're right about that. He say spell token is completely dead. It will never recover, believe it or not. Oh, that's sad, man. That is cold. .0001709. March 2025. That thing was .0007. Down 80% over the past year. Look at this. Look at this. Pump and dump. I'm talking about textbook. If you go to the dictionary and look up pump and dump, spell token will be front and center. Came out 2021. Beautiful pump. November 2021, 3 cents. 2022, bear market hit. That thing went from 3 cents to .0008. Where they do that at? Where's the liquidity going to come from? Who's going to be buying spell token to get the price back up to these levels? Market cap, $29 million for spell token. Now that's extremely low for spell token. But the crazy part about it, the part that tricked us, and like I say, these exchanges are with the ish. These exchanges are with the ish also. Spell tokens on Binance. We know we can't trust Binance now, but there was a time to where we thought Binance was solid, reputable exchange. But we know there's a lot of trickery behind the Binance platform. Spell tokens also on COINBASE. COINBASE is also with the ish. These coins, these exchanges are all about making money. It didn't quite used to be like that, or maybe it just wasn't that blatant. But now, they are not hiding the fact that they're going to do whatever they can to make money. Money first. Some Bybit, BitGet, Gate.io, MEXC, Crypto.com. Spell token is on all the large cryptocurrency exchanges. So in saying that, that means it don't even matter no more. It don't even matter no more what cryptocurrency exchanges your coins are on. In the past, we used to think, oh, if it's on Binance, it's on Coinbase, boom, 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 it's all good. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. So the days are over to where we get excited because a coin is listed on Binance. We get excited because a coin is on Coinbase, etc. Those days are over. So spell token, will spell token have a bounce? Shit, I can't even remember the last time spell token had a bounce. That is a cold 1 year chart. Gee, almost make you want to buy. It's so low right now. $29 million market cap for spell token. I can't remember the last time I seen it. Has it ever been that low? Damn. Even in June 2022, it was 72 million. Shit, so this is the lowest. It's at an all-time low. God. It's really hard not to buy Spell Token right now. Spell Token is at an all-time low. So that's why I say when you're doing your portfolio analysis, you looking at these coins, you zooming out, you say, hold up, this thing been dead for a while. This thing didn't just die last month. This thing didn't just die in 2025. This thing been dead for a long time. It just had no odor. It was just laying there. We thought it was going to be resurrected. We thought it was Lazarus. Lo and behold, now we are witnessing and seeing it for what it really is. So, cryptocurrency. Only a handful of coins will make it. Only a handful of coins will make it. A lot of these coins will not make it to the promised land. Definitely tough. That's why it's important to be diversified. The stock market has some great stocks over there. Some great cryptocurrency coins are in the cryptocurrency space to where we can make some great gains on, but it's going to be a process. You're going to have to take some time. Do your own research. Do portfolio analysis. Find out the characteristics of your coins. See which coins are good enough and solid enough to stick around and stay in your portfolio. Which coins are worthy based upon their characteristics. We're not worried about no more that a coin is on Binance, COINBASE, Crypto.com. Those days are over. As we have seen, so many coins listed on these exchanges, but they are still scamming. They're still worthless. They're not going to recover. Definitely interesting. Craig B said he ain't worried about it. It's gonna go lower for sure. You think how low you think Bitcoin? He said Bitcoin going to $12,000. He tripping. Onyx Coin. What about XCN? There's a lot of XCN fans out there. A lot of people like XCN. We're going to take a look at XCN. What's the other coin everybody like? Everybody like ZBEC. ZBEC Network. Turbo Coin. We need to look at all those, man. It is time to use the bathroom or get off the toilet. Like they used to say, boy, you got to use the bathroom or get off the toilet. Can't be sitting around all that time. You're sitting too long. Onyx Coin. Let's see what's going on with Onyx Coin. Golly. Oof. Now that's ugly. What is going on with Onyx Coin? Over the past year, we know we did have an awesome pump late last year. Shit, mid-year too then, huh? I remember the pump late last year, if I'm not mistaken. July 2025. 2 cent May 2025, about 3 cent. Currently right now with 0.004632. Damn, you zoom out for the year, and there it is. 17 cent XCN. So when this coin first came out, March 2022, came out at about 50 cent. May 9th, 76 cent, 3-4x real quick. Then it popped up to 17.26. So you're talking about going from 40 cent to 17 cent. Was that about a 5x, something like that? Let's see, we was buying XN, I think, in 2024. Let's see, did it popped? It went from, what was the price? Price was 0.002. Then it popped up to 3 cent. That's like a 10. Did about 12, 13x, something like that, in a matter of a month. A lot of folks were wondering what was going on. A lot of folks were trying to borrow money. That was a great move by Onyx Coin. He said Bitcoin average price drops is 85%. Bitcoin average price drop 85%. So let's see what 85%. Nah, man. Is it 85%? Pull out my old calculator. %. Not quite 85%, but I feel what you're saying. He said that. What the heck is that? What is that? Yeah. So if we do drop $35,000-$40,000, that would not surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me at all. He said that would put it 18th to market crash, crazy, and the banks need a bailout. I can see it back between 12 to 18. Nah, Craig. Rising Complexity, what is going on with you? Welcome to the Sunday afternoon show. Shouts out to Rising Complexity. Say, what up, Holiday? It's good catching you live. I'm grateful to be here. Have you looked into USOR at all lately? Is that one of the meme coins? I've been seeing a lot of coins on Moonshot with the name USOR. Let's see if anything pop up. I think it's one of the oil reserves. Here we go. This one here, USOR. $11 million market cap. From the first cycle until last year, it's like 85% average. USOR, let's see what's going on with it. 2026 is a brand new coin. Probably a meme coin. Look like a meme coin. It's on the Solana contract. Look like an A1 meme coin. Oh yeah, this is an A1 meme coin. Came out January 9th, 2026. Sideways action. 004009. It got to a penny. January 18th, and then from a penny it goes to skyrocket to 55 cent. To the 55x, came all the way back down to 0.007. 50 cent and then it slides all the way back down under a penny. A1 movements by a meme coin. That's what meme coins do. That's what meme coins are. You want to buy these things while they're low. After they run up, they pop, and they're going to come back down. This is what you need to be buying at. You buy here, and you can sell it to the next top. You can either sell here. You buy it at 0.008. You can sell it at 0.016, double your money. Or you can sell it here, 0.027. And what is that? You can 0.8. Shoot, what's that? 10. That's like a 4x, 5x, 4x your money. Or you can wait till they get all the way back up to 4 cents before you sell and take profit, because eventually it's going to dump and it's not going to come back. It did not come back after January 2026. Now, will it come back? It looked like it already is coming back. It was 0.001 December 27th, a few days ago. It was 0.001. Now you take a look. Wow. The 28th. Yeah, so as soon as that military strike got announced, happened, this thing spiked up 238%. Did a 3x in 1 week. So that is excellent movement. Definitely something to pay attention to. The market cap shows $11.2 million market cap, but the market cap is not verified, as you can see by the yellow caution sign there. It's not verified. It's not on any of the top cryptocurrency exchanges either. So definitely very interesting to see how these meme coins move. To see how some of these coins that were just launched are moving. This coin was just launched and started January 2026. Legacy strategies. He say a Jasmine coin shirt, looking at S coins, going outside. I just like this shirt, man. This is when Jasmine coin was popping. I like the colors, man. We made a lot of money with Jasmine coin for sure. Yeah, but Jasmine coin is toast like all the other altcoins. He said, I'm curious if the S&P drops 30% in the next 3 to 6 months. What do you think Bitcoin? If the S&P dropped 20%, that is huge. That is definitely going to put us behind the 8 ball. We don't want to see that, or maybe we do. Fangreet index still at 16. Yeah, that was definitely interesting to see that polka dot chart. That kind of caught me off guard. Yeah, bear market in the stock market. Stock market crash is 20% or more. 20%. Well, we're at 50,000. So if we get down to 40, we're at 50,000 points for the most part. Uh-oh. Let me get back. I'll get back. We get down to 40,000 points. That'll put us in a crash for the most part. Definitely a bear market. We were down Friday, 521 points. Look at the old VIX. Look at the old VIX. Now the VIX is a volatility index. When the VIX start to get low, that's when you know the market is getting ready to crash. So where was the bottom? Was it here? December 24, 2025, the VIX was $13. Now we're at 1986. And it's just going to continue to scale up as the market scales down. It was $26 November 20th, 2025 when we had that dip. And on October when we had the dip, it scaled up to $25. Let's take a look at Liberation Day. Liberation Day, April 2025, it got all the way up to $58. Got all the way up to $58. So the higher it get, that means the lower the market gets. Higher the VIX get, the lower the market get. Right now we're at 1986. So that's the bear market of 2026 that we're in right now. Let's go to 2022. Interesting. 31. Wow. So that Liberation Day was huge. (2008) was very volatile also. The housing collapse. Interesting. $65,726 for Bitcoin. Earlier today, we did see it touch 65,138, almost got to $64,000 about an hour ago. CJ Jones, what's going on with you, brother? He say, what is your strategy? My strategy is to accumulate. Dollar cost averaging in 2026, because 2026 is the bear market. 2026, I'm going to play 2026 just like we played 2022. Whenever we see dips like we saw a few weeks ago when Bitcoin dipped down to $60,000, we see these massive drops and dips. Boom, getting ready to offload and put to work this dry powder. Cash is king, especially in a bear market. He who has cash is king, especially in a bear market. So the dry powder I got set to the side is for major dips. If we see a major dip tomorrow in the stock market and or the cryptocurrency market, I am going to be separating from dry powder. I'm going to be separating from some of the cash I got on the side specifically for this particular reason. So I'm dollar cost averaging in, accumulating, doing portfolio analysis, looking at the various altcoins like we just looked at Polkadot. I said, okay, now Polkadot, the all-time high was $55 in the previous cycle. Last year, 2025, we know Polkadot did top out at $5. Now it's $153. We also seeing Polkadot look like it could be starting to do something. Was $1.23 the bottom for Polkadot? I just need to do a 3X. Can I do a 3X in Polkadot and get it back up to $4.50, $5? Not trying to do 100X. Polkadot number 33. It is a player in the game still. Will it continue to slide down? That's all it's been doing is sliding down. We get a pop right here and a drop right there. So we get a pop right here. Will we see a drop next month? Will we see it go down to $1.15? That's all we've been seeing. We've been seeing these coins pop and then drop. Pop and then drop. That is all we have been seeing. So I'm definitely paying attention to the movements, paying attention to the characteristics of the various coins, and deciding which ones that I'm going to be getting in. Where am I going to be exiting out of the various plays? I'll do a 3X in Polkadot. I'll be cool. I'll be out. I will be out. Onyx coin. Onyx coin looks bad. Onyx coin looks bad. Take a look at ZBEC Network. ZBCN. $198 million market cap. 2025, boom, that thing popped. March 2025, it got to almost a penny, right? I think it got to almost a penny. And then you take a look where it's at right now with 0.002. So we're very far away from a penny. But it's new coin. It came out in 2024. It came out about the price that it's at right now. When it came out April 2024, it was at 0.002. And right now in March 2026, it is at 0.002. So it has round tripped. Laughter awaits. What's going on? He say he plays Sui, H-bar, Ando. That's all you need. He said he's going to ride with those three. Those are the three that he's going to take to the dance with him. Sui, H-bar, and Ando. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. ZBET Network. Let's compare it to Bitcoin. All right, so you got Bitcoin in the orange and ZBET Network in the blue. And as you can see, it was on point right here and it was even. Bitcoin is just scaling up. Scaling up. Scaling up. Then boom. ZBET Network had a pop. June 2025. Where Bitcoin was $105,000 and ZBET Network was 0.0067. And then boom, it came crashing down. ZBET came crashing, got down to 0.0025, and Bitcoin got to $108,000. Even Bitcoin is tanking, going down. ZBET Network is going down further than it. tough. So when Bitcoin start to recover, start to go up, will ZBit Network still have enough juice in it to keep up? Will these altcoins have enough juice in them to keep up with Bitcoin as Bitcoin starts to ramp up later in this year? $65,726 for Bitcoin. Yesterday, Bitcoin did hit $68,000. Now we're down just about 3K. March 1st, the market is down. Studio mode. Crypto Homes, what's going on with you, brother? He said, come on in, Tony Trump. Craig B said, yeah, man, these coins won't last so late. 2028 is when you want to get out of altcoins. At least 80% of the profit. Bitcoin always pulled back like 30% in January after the halving. Yeah, a lot of these altcoins not going to recover. Crypto Home say going with XCN. We just looked at XCN. Let's take a look at SwiftCoin. SwiftCoin, ZBet Network, Ondo, and Jasmine Coin. Okay. And Jasmine Coin. Flare and Plume. Sheesh. Boy, all high risk plays. Well, I guess all crypto is high risk, right? Let's take a look at Swift, SWFT. Oof, I used to love me some Swift. Golly, that definitely looked dangerous. Definitely looked dangerous. Let's take a look. So it looked like we ran all the way down. We got to 0.00357 earlier today. After being at 0.0038. Okay, the bottom was February 5th, which is where Bitcoin hit $60,000. Then it came back February 8th, 0.004 from 0.003. Yeah, so much for coins like SwiftCoin, even though it's on COINBASE and et cetera, it's hard to see these coins ever having a chance to really fully come back. $65,738. We know tomorrow the stock market will be opening back up. Will we see a great decline? Will we see a crash in the stock market? Will the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones tank tomorrow on the back of the Middle East issues, the war strikes, the missile strikes? There's going to be so much uncertainty and fear. It's going to be so much fear tomorrow when the markets open up. That is what war presents to you, fear. And we know what to do whenever there's fear in the market. We've seen it time and time again. We saw it February 2026. Bitcoin hit $60,000. Bitcoin came tumbling down. There was so much fear in the market. What was the right thing to do? To buy. 10/10/2025. Boom. I'm talking about Bitcoin lost all its footing. Buy. Craig Beach say BNB and maybe Crow are the only dinosaur coins I'll be buying. Only new coins for the next bull. If Crow gets back to 20 cents, that's an easy 10x. What is it at? I think it's at 5 cents right now, right? Yeah, Crow. We know Crow has some dealings with Donald Trump. Remember, in 2025, they came out and talked about how they had some type of partnership, and the price spiked up real good, and Donald Trump and those guys sold out, and the price came back down. Price came back. They run it up to like 30, 35 cents. Man. Yeah, but Crypto.com coin should be good. You know, it is a exchange coin. Binance is an exchange coin, so Crow coin can do well. We already took a look and seen what Binance did. Binance did 100x. Binance did a 100x in 6 years. Nobody talks about that. Binance did a 100x in 6 years. In 2020, Binance was $12. March 2020, during the COVID-19 crash, when there was what? There was so much fear in the market. Binance, cryptocurrency exchange, had its own coin, got down to $12. March 2020. So come on and zoom out. Come on and come back to 2025. $1,300 for a Binance coin. That is a 100x in 6 years. What did we talk about earlier? Patience. What did we talk about earlier? Time. 6 years. It's not going to happen in 30 days. It's not going to happen in 90 days. It took 6 years, 365 days times 6. 300 times 6, that's 1,800. So we talking about 2,000 days. It took 2,000 days to do a 200x. I got time. Give me a 100x in 6 years. Where I buy? Which one do I buy? Where do I sign up at? Yeah, so I like Binance coin. I like Crypto.com coin for sure. Peter Morton, what's going on with you, Brody? Peter Morton said, yeah, we tanking. Then we going to the moon. Understanding the magnitude. Understanding what the potentials are, what the possibilities are, and understanding and being cool with those possibilities. Yeah, it could go down. Yeah, it could go down. We're in a bear market. That's why you say tanking, then we're mooning. If we tank, don't panic. Don't freak out. Understand the environment. Once you understand the environment, you won't get freaked out. Once you understand and get used to the environment, don't get scared. Don't get filled with so much fear. Don't panic. Get comfortable. Embrace it. Dollar cost averaging is what I will be doing. Not running, because extreme fear is going to be there. 100x, 2,000 days for Binance coin. Nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about the 100x that Binance coin did. Shouts out to Nine, the chosen one. What's going on with you, brother? I'm trying to think of that boy's crypto page. The chosen one. I forgot the name of your page, boy. What's the name of that boy page? Crypto. Acon, crypto Acon. What's going on with you, boy? Craig Beats say, okay, yeah, I like both of those. Crypto Home say, been loading up on Quant 2, Fusion 2.5, mainnet, and staking soon. Man, when we look at these doggone altcoins, it's pretty scary. Some of the coins that we thought were official, but when you really dissect them, you say, hold up, man. Like Polkadot. Polkadot really surprised me. Take a look at Quant. Quant's supposed to be a big dog. Quant is supposed to be that dude. Over the past year, like most coins, down 30, 50, 60%. Quant's down 35%. Quant topped in July 2025 at $135. Now we're at 62 bucks. What if we just sold in November or October? Would have sold at $106. Okay. Let's take a look at Quant. Quant came out in 2019. Actually, 2018, December 2018. Quant came out about $1.50. 2020 hit. COVID-19, $1.55 for Quant. March 2020. Boom, the year after the Bitcoin halving. Quant was $367. Dang, I didn't know Quant did the fool like that. Golly. Quant went from $1.50 to $367. Wow. Whew. Do the math on that. What is that, a 200x? What is that, a 200x that Quant did? Didn't know that. Then after the 2021 pump, Quant came all the way back down, 2022 bull market, and smacked at 44 bucks, $40. Now you take a look at Quant, we're at 61.92. So now that's pretty interesting. That is pretty interesting. We're right back at the lower levels of the 2022 bear market. We did see that October 2022 pump. It got back up to 165, 170 bucks. Damn. So Quant is a beast. $61.90 for Quant. That sounds like an excellent price. It did hit $60 even yesterday. 2028. February 28th. Yeah. So look like Quant could be close to its bottom also. Right along with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's close to its bottom. Quant could be close to its bottom as well. Dollar cost averaging. Utilizing that dry powder. Craig Beach say 0.02, my bad. I think it might top out at 18 to 20 cents. CJ Jones said, I'm heavy on Ethereum with the Bitcoin Ethereum ratio being high. Well, everybody learned their lesson from 2025, man. People say, you know what? I am not going to go through another cycle being naked without Bitcoin. Ain't going to do it. Not going to do it. He said, yeah, Binance Coin is one of the few to double its previous all-time high. 200 to 300 Binance is a very good buy. I see it hitting $2,200 to $2,600 next cycle. Can't deny that. It is hard to say that it will not. He said, I've been watching the market for a year. Yeah, well, if you've been watching the market all of 2025, great lessons were learned. Great lessons were learned in 2025. How the heck do I put this? settings. Oh no. Yeah, if you've been watching the market for a year, you definitely learned a lot. 2025, we definitely saw the roller coaster, even though that was the bull market, but that was a very dull and dry bull market, very lackluster bull market. So, will we have a lackluster bear market? The fact that the bull market was very lackluster in 2025, will the 2026 bear market be as lackluster as the bull market was? Probably not. Bear market's still gonna be horrible. Probably still gonna kick our butt. Can't catch a break. Can't catch a break. Yeah, take everything you learned from 2025 if you've been watching for a year and apply it for the future. Apply it for the present. When you see fear, understand what to do when you see fear. When you see greed, understand. Fear and greed index, understand. Coin pump up, go crazy like we saw Zcash, understand what your assignment is. How do I take profits? When is the right time to take profits? Do I remove everything? Do I leave some in as I'm taking profits? Do I scale out? Do I scale in? Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, Quant, $61.98, not bad at all. $66,000 price for Bitcoin. We'll take that. But tomorrow, all eyes will be on cryptocurrency, will be on Bitcoin, and will be on the stock market tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be exciting. Next week is going to be exciting. So just can't wait to see how things play themselves out. Sign into, let's see, how do I sign into chat? This action cannot be performed inside Streamline tonight with chat. Chat in the web browser. A message you send will appear publicly. Sign into this chat. Uh-oh. D Stans, what's going on, brother? I'm trying to get used to the new setup, man. The youngsters finally came through and hooked me up. I've been begging them to come through and set me up, man, so I could show y'all my screen and do the share screen. So they finally came through and set me up. Now they say, man, it's up to you. You got to figure this stuff out. So now I'm learning on the fly. Learning on the fly, trying to figure it out. Bitcoin $66,047. Not bad at all. Not bad. I'll take that. See what else we got rocking with us, man, on this great Sunday afternoon. Quant has some of the best tokenomics in crypto. Crypto and TradFi are merging. Don't let these low prices fool you. Okay. Crypto homes say quant staking could lead to supply shock. Only 200,000 left on the exchange. That's huge. That is great information. I like the way that quant chart was looking too. I like that. Especially compared to some other coins that we took a look at, and they just look like they have no signs of hope. But quant looked like it could be doing something well. He said this bear market has moved fast to the 200-week mark. It moved. Didn't it get there quick? It got there pretty quick, in my opinion. Even though we hit 60, I think the 200-week mark was $58,000, but that $60,000 may have been sufficient. That $60,000 mark may have satisfied that 200-week moving average level. So a lot of people don't think so. But like I say, whenever a lot of people is moving and thinking one way, typically the opposite happens. Because we know the large institutions, they watch our videos, they listen to what we think, and they figure it out, and then they flip it and go the other way. So we definitely got to be careful because accumulation, period, is right now. If this is not the bottom, this is very close to it. And if we do dip down to 40K, that's cool. We're going to accumulate there also. Craig Beach say everything been under the trend line for like a month now. The Iran strike on the weekend. Them fools know what they're doing. Man, I agree, bro. I agree, man. It's just so unfortunate, bro. It's so unfortunate that they use and willing to involve casualties, human casualties. We're talking about lives, man, and they doing it for the dollar. It's all about the money for them, and they're willing to risk our lives, man. We've seen it time and time again. So horrible thing. Crypto homes say could be very volatile tomorrow as precious metal prices are moving up. And that's the crazy part, man. But we all know precious metals always move up when there's war and things like that. We may even see the oil companies move up. We know our gas prices are going to go up. Whenever they can find any chance, opportunity to push the price up on us for gas, they're definitely going to do it. How come I can't type in the chat? All messages you send will appear. Sign into chat. Why I can't sign into the chat? Do. How come I can't sign into the chat? Trying to figure it out, y'all. Yeah, precious metals. We know that. Crypto Akon, he say, "You doing good, coach." I'm trying, man. This new technology, boy. I'm used to just having my cell phone and running with it. Craig B said, "I shook my head. Now let's see how Monday gonna take the news. Maybe no one cares." XPR network and metal blockchain. Everybody been talking about XPR network. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about XPR network, and I know there was one brother that was talking big on metal blockchain, but XPR network, I haven't got any skin in the game on either of those, but I'm definitely going to have to take a look at XPR Network. D Stan say, man, you could have fooled me. Look like you've been using this thing for a while. Man, I've been trying to get around to it for a long time. I've been prolonging it and putting it off. I had all this equipment up here that I had bought, and finally called my nieces and nephews over here, told them to hook it up, put it together, and so they did their thing. Shouts out to my young life, to my young nieces and nephews that came through and hooked me up. Now I gotta ask them, how do I sign into the chat so I could talk to y'all in the chat? Quant and Tau. Oh yeah, everybody's talking about Tau also. Let's take a look at Tau, man. Bensor. Let's take a look at Tau. Ooh, look at that dip right there. February 11th, 146. And then it popped up to 204. Now we're at 178. What's Tau going to be tomorrow? If we do see some volatility, if we do see Bitcoin get back to $62,000, $61,000. We did see it get to $63,000 Bitcoin, but that $60,000 level has been holding great support. That $60,000 level has been holding great support. Take a look at Tau. So that's the month. It's down 17, 18%. Over the week, it's up 24 hours. Okay. Over the past year. So Tau topped in October, $500. Excellent. And then the bear market hit, and boom, that thing just slid right along with the rest of the effing market. I'm talking about nasty slide. Whew. Golly. But that's why I say next cycle, I'm sticking to the 550 days. I will be buying heavy before the Bitcoin halving. And 550 days after the Bitcoin halving. Is when I will be selling. Man. Yep. So, yeah, I mean, the 4-year cycle is solid as a doggone rock. If we didn't learn, like the young man said, I've been paying attention to the market for the past year. If you didn't learn nothing from 2025, one thing we did learn is that the 4-year cycle is solid as a rock. The 4-year cycle ain't going nowhere. The 4-year cycle topped where it was supposed to top at, but it just wasn't as high as what we thought. The same thing happened in 2021. The 4-year cycle topped in November 2021. It topped at $69,000. We wanted it to top at $100,000. We didn't learn our lesson. We said we wasn't going to let it fool us again. We said it was more about the time than it was about the price of Bitcoin. We wanted Bitcoin to get to $150,000, $175,000. We were even focusing on altcoins. We were focusing on Solana, Ethereum. Do not focus on the altcoins. Only focus on Bitcoin as far as timing, where the top of the cycles will be. Only focus on Bitcoin as far as timing and identifying where the bottom of Bitcoin will be. And then after that, you can move your way around and play with the altcoins accordingly. But like I say, we will continue to learn. The more and more that we be in cryptocurrency, the longer that we in, then the more that we're going to learn. One of the best teachers is experience. One of the best ways to learn is experience. That's why they say, I can't teach you how to get in there and drive that vehicle. I can tell you what the gas pedal do, what the brake do, but until you get in there and get some experience behind that wheel, you ain't gonna learn how to drive. They teaching us how to drive at 12 and 13 years old. Once we got in there, we figured it out. These days it's different, but anyway. Let's see who else we got rocking and rolling with us tonight. Who else we got rocking and rolling with us on this wonderful Sunday afternoon? Ain't no football on, the Super Bowl over. I don't even know what. I might got some basketball popping right now. Baseball ain't started yet. I don't really watch baseball, but football's gone, so that's it. Stock market closed. Only thing open right now is cryptocurrency. But I'm going to be identifying some stocks that I want to jump in ASAP. And what I've been noticing recently, a lot of my penny stocks, a lot of my small cap stocks have been kicking butt lately. So I might load up on those because they're beat down right now. A lot of the quantum computing plays are starting to recover right now. Microsoft for sure, Amazon for sure. My Netflix position is already solid. Netflix price is so beautiful right now. Let's go to Netflix. Where's my... Go to Netflix, see what Netflix is talking about. There we go. Netflix. Wow. Ooh, that is a beautiful doggone chart. Oh, that's beautiful. Netflix up 13% Friday. Netflix pumped 13%. Market cap on Netflix. $408 billion market cap on Netflix. Up 13% in one day. 5-day chart. $76, February 24th to $96. That is huge. That is huge. Netflix ain't going nowhere. Everybody still like to Netflix and chill. Netflix is only getting bigger. Streaming platforms is the way, is the future. Nobody's really rocking with cable. Netflix is picking up a lot of the YouTube channels. They just picked up the Breakfast Club, Charlamagne the God, and Fat Joe, and all this other stuff. So Netflix is only going to continue to grow. A lot of the boxing matches are now Netflix. Netflix ain't going nowhere. Let's see, what was the low point in Netflix? That was $75. Take a look at the 5-year. Yeah, Netflix is kicking butt. It was $132 June 22. So that looked like that was the bottom. February 8th, $75. 2026 looked like that was the bottom. A lot of people talking about, the stock market's going to crash. Stock market has to crash. Says who? Says who? Was that the bottom? February 8th. That might have been a bottom for Netflix. Man, it's a lot of interesting things moving right now. May 2022, you could have got Netflix for $18, $17. Could have got Netflix for $18, $17. Ooh, you don't even want to go back that far. You could have got Netflix for 52 cents. That's why I say time and patience. Dollar cost averaging in Some people thought Netflix was too high in October 2021 at $69. Boom, 2022 came. And this is why I say it looks like the 4-year Bitcoin cycle was intentionally aligned and set up to scale on the stock market cycle. But with the stock market cycle, nobody really calls it a cycle. Bitcoin, we call it the Bitcoin cycle because of the 4-year halving. But it looks like, and it has always looked like, the stock market has a cycle, a 4-year cycle also. And it looked like it's the same cycle as Bitcoin. It popped 2021. Bear market came 2022, got right back down to 17 cents. And look at that. Look at that curve. Look at that effing pump. 2022 to 2025. That's what I'm talking about, patience. That's what I'm talking about, time. And also understanding the space that we're in. Understanding the territory that we're in. Are we in a bull market right now? Are we in a bear market right now? Do you understand the space that we're in? If you understand the space that we're in, then you'll know 2022, that was a bear market. Me ride this joker all the way up to the next all-time high, the year after the Bitcoin happened. So what are we gonna do now? Be patient. Understanding time is very important. The next Bitcoin halving is 2028. 2029, we're expecting these stocks and some of these coins to do what Netflix did. Go from $17 and pump all the way to $135. Those are huge multipliers. But guess what? It happens every time and time again. Every cycle, we see the same things happening. That's why I say, take the information that we've learned over the past years and apply it going forward. How are we going to apply what we learned from the 2024 Bitcoin halving to the 2028 Bitcoin halving? One cycle to the next cycle. We talking about Bitcoin. Don't get Bitcoin confused and twisted with altcoins. Getting the altcoins is cool, but when we trying to figure out where we are, trying to figure out when to buy, hold, and sell Bitcoin, will give us that guide. Keep 66, 65,000 bucks. One-year chart for Bitcoin. That's a tough one. The 1 month chart. 1 week to 1 month. There we go. See who else we got rocking and rolling with us in this beautiful afternoon. George Griffin, what's going on with you, young man? He said, what up, coach? What is your opinion on Joby Aviation, air taxi transportation, Toyota, and Uber are involved? Let's see. I haven't checked that one out, man. Air taxi. Joby Aviation? Let's look at that. I've never heard of Joby Aviation. Joby Aviation. You might be putting me up on something I need to look into. Let's see what Joby Aviation been doing. It's beat down for sure. Oh, look like it's brand new. No, that's year to date. Let's say 6 months. All right, so it topped October like it was supposed to. at 19, 20 bucks. Came down during the bear market like everything else. Okay. And it's down 50%. It was 20 bucks. October 25, now it is $10. Let's take a look at some more. Ooh, sheesh. This thing was $5. And okay, during Liberation, April 2025, it got down to $5. Let's see what it's been doing. It's been out since 2021. So that $5 was a great low. It topped at about 18, 20 bucks. 2025. Okay. What's the market cap? $9 billion market cap. See if it can start a partnership with Uber. Launching Uber Air Electric and air taxi service. The company reported a narrow Q4 loss and is gearing up for a commercial. Operations in Dubai, but faces regulatory approvals and ongoing financial. I appreciate that one, man. I'm gonna write that one down. This might be one of my next plays. JOBY Aviation. Do a little bit more research on it. Okay. Definitely look like it could be a promising play. And it's also definitely going and it's correlated properly. And that is really important to me. It's not just all over the place. It's moving right along with the market. So appreciate that share. It's always good to share plays. I didn't know about that. Some of the other folks in the chat may not have known about JOBY Aviation. George Griffin, appreciate that, brother. Craig B say, yeah, man, a lot of innocent lives because some goofballs' feelings got hurt. Like I say, man, you want to go to war, send your kids. Send some of your relatives, and that'll let us know how serious you are about fighting. Send some of your relatives. Peter Morton said, them songs remind me of my pops. That's my old school playlist, man. Maybe next week I'll come with my other playlist. I got several playlists. Depending on what kind of mood I'm in, man. Depending on what mood I'm in. He said when he taught me Pops taught you the ism. My man Acon Crypto say we're in accumulation until Clarity Act is passed. Man, Clarity Act, what is Clarity Act? Is Clarity Act a real thing, or is that just something that they are playing with us, dangling over our head? Is the Clarity Act going to be approved? And if it is going to be approved, is it going to be detailed, or is it going to be very thin? Is it going, it's like they're really playing with us. They're jerking us around. Clarity Act should have already been passed. It's not like they don't have enough information as far as to declare what should be in there to protect us, the cryptocurrency investors, to stabilize the cryptocurrency market, to eliminate and get rid of a lot of the scammers that are in this space. There should not be any pump fund. Pump funds should not be allowed to do what they do. Moonshot should not be allowed to do what they do. COINBASE and Binance, I'm sure they're doing some things that they should not be allowed to do. So it's like, once again, we are the ones that are being taken advantage of. Not cool with it, man. And you got a pro cryptocurrency administration? Free Gary. Let me call Gary Gensler. And see if he want to come back. Let me see if Gary Gensler want his job back. Because I'm like, man, see if Gary Gensler want his job back. That coach playing the classics. He say, seem like whatever they call for the cycle top at each cycle, it hits in the next cycle. Ooh, now that was interesting. So, well, not they, we, the community, the cryptocurrency community, last cycle called $100,000, and it hit 69. And of course, the next cycle it did hit 100. So, the next cycle, 2028, 2029, all-time high was 126. So I'm expecting to see 225. Expecting to see 225. Which is a beautiful number. CJ Jones say, do you believe a higher interest rates environment will affect the cycle? You know what? I really don't think so. With cryptocurrency, it seems like it don't really matter. A lot of the other movements that's happening is more so about the cycle. Now, one thing that did play a huge part, this cycle, of course, we know the large institutions. That's why the market was not able to scale up as much and as high as what we thought and hoped. No altcoin season. That was all due to the oversaturation of these doggone cryptocurrency coins, as well as the PTSD and panic of your average cryptocurrency investor from being involved and experiencing so many pump and dumps. Really had people panic and saying, you know what, I'm just not going to stick around and hold these plays any longer. So as far as people holding on for dear life, those days are over. That's the previous cycle. The last cycle, there were the XRP gang and this crew and this army. Those days are over, man. Nobody's hodling. He say XPR network is Fed now compliant. I did hear that. That's huge too. That is huge. The fact that XPR network is Fed now compliant. Let me write that down. I need to go do some research on XPR network, because the right time to get into any of those plays is right now, before things really start to tick up. XPR network. I'll write that down. Yeah, I'll do a video on XPR network after I do some research. He said, I see Coach bumping this in a 74 Buick, driving to the Pee Wee League game opener. Craig Beach, you crazy boy. I don't know what y'all can. I don't know if y'all can hear. I don't know what y'all can hear. I know y'all can hear me through the microphone, but I don't know if y'all can hear the music through. Oh no, maybe y'all can hear. Is the music too loud? Let me know, because it's low on my end. Microphone check. Let me know if the music too loud. I don't know if it's coming through the microphone or if it's coming through the computer that y'all can hear. Bitcoin $66,232. Oh, okay. Zbeck been fed now. What? See? So do Fed now really mean anything? You got a dump. You got a pump. You got a dump on February 24. You got a pump February 25. You got a dump February 27th, pump 128. A1 pump and dump. This thing just a doggone roller coaster. One day it's down, next day it's up. Okay, the music good? Okay. 66,366. What was Solana doing? Solana been under the radar. Solana did hit $90 a few days ago. He said it's that back in the day music, huh? Tron, number 8, still in the top 10. Dogecoin, almost back at 10 cents. Cardano, number 10, 27 cents. Bitcoin Cash, number 11. Hyperliquid did have a recent pump. What is up with Hyperliquid? Look at Hyperliquid. What's going on? Ooh, look at that. February 27th, $26. Now we're at $32. Over the past month. February started off $37. Okay, Hyperliquid bottom $12 during Liberation Day, April 2025. Topped in August. September at $58.60. Okay. Good information. What's the market cap? $8 billion, number 13. How long has this coin been around? Okay. Uh-oh. Brand new coin, but it did go through 2025 already. CJ Jones said, I definitely agree with dollar cost averaging in, but I'm not sure if this is the bottom for Bitcoin. Well, that's why it's called dollar cost average, because you're not sure. Nobody is sure. Nobody can time the bottom of the market. That's why you average in. If $60,000 is the bottom, at least we got some skin in the game. At least we are getting a position at these average levels of where we are at now. Then if it dipped down to $50,000, then we can get some skin in the game and average in at that price. But if you don't get any in at the $60,000 average, and this thing shoot up and fool everybody like we got fooled in 2025, then you will be kicking yourself. Okay, Hyperliquid only been around for about a year and a half. $66,571. So that 65,000 support been holding today. We got to $65,138 about an hour or so ago, and that support has been holding. So what will we see? Crypto bubbles, bunch of red, a sea of red. a sea of red. VVV. What the heck is VVV? Market cap $292 million. Look like it's on COINBASE and some other ones. Let's take a look. See what Venice token. Never heard of it. Market cap is verified. How long has coin been out? Since 2025. Okay, so it's been trading sideways. About $1. Let's see, what did it do in October? Venice tokens on COINBASE. Over the past week, that thing up 80%. Whoa. Okay, Venice. It's number 212. 2025. Sheesh. Over the past month, it's up 150%. Big Dog 66, what's going on with you, my man? Shouts out to Big Dog 66 coming to hang out with us. He said, what's going on, stock holiday? Not a lot, man. Just kicking back, enjoying myself on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Enjoying myself on this beautiful Sunday afternoon, watching these markets, man. In preparation for what's going to go on tomorrow when the stock market open up. Going to be getting my plays ready tonight. If the market do start to dip and crash, I'm going to have a list of plays ready. I got some dry powder already set to the side. If Bitcoin dip, altcoins slide, XRP is going to be one of my first things that I load up on. Stock market, going to be loading up on several plays over there. Amazon, Microsoft. My Netflix position is already solid. Some penny stocks, I'm gonna be loading up on. I'm getting ready, man. Knock it out the park for sure. Shouts out to Big Dog. I appreciate the super chat, man. I know there's a way I could click that super chat thing and it pop up on the screen. I don't know how to do it. But I appreciate Big Dog. I appreciate you supporting the channel. How do I click this thing? How do other people be doing it? I'm going to have to go to a YouTube tutorial and say, how do I do what the other people do? Appreciate the super chat, Big Dog. Always good when you see your people show you support. Always good. He said, watch out for ZBEC. Man, I've been hearing that for a long time. Watch out for ZBEC Network. Live chat, top chat. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. Let's see, how do I... Welcome to Remember Your Guard. Let me see, man. I gotta learn how to use some of this stuff. It's been a long tip settings. A long time coming. Widgets. But I know a change gonna come. Oh yes it is. Big Dog, shouts out to Big Dog, man, for another another super chat, man. I appreciate you for supporting the channel. Okay, so how do I show support? Let's see, how do I click? What is this? Go to channel. Let's see, how do I, maybe Craig Beach can show me how to use it. CJ Jones, shouts out to CJ Jones, man. I appreciate the super chat. Appreciate the support to the Stock Holiday channel. Yeah, but tomorrow we could be in for a special day tomorrow. We could be in for a special day. Depends on what we wake up to. Depends on what happens tonight. What type of strikes, military strikes could occur. We could really be in for a doozy tomorrow. So we just never know with this leader of the free world, Mr. President, that we have in office. We just never know what we're going to wake up to. We don't know what tweets. We don't know what tweets are going to be launched tonight. None of that stuff. Jabari Andrews, appreciate that, man. He said, man, you always keeping it positive, brother. Man, it's half full or half empty. And when it come to me, mine's always going to be half full. Ain't got no time to be crying. Ain't got no time to be complaining. None of that stuff. You know, you got to be thankful for the things that you got going on in your life. It is what it is. So we're going to see what the market presents to us tomorrow. If we do see a dip, got to know how to proceed. Got to know how to proceed. Interesting. I'm trying to get used to all these buttons over here, but I know it's a way when y'all send a super chat that I can light up the screen and give y'all some special recognition. Got homework to do. $65,527. Bitcoin dominates 58.1%. Ooh, big dog. We talked about that earlier. He said he think Ethereum can go down to $1,000. Well, you look at Ethereum right now, we're at $1,900. If Bitcoin could go down to $40,000, you best believe old man Ether can hit $800. Yes, and if it does, it is going to be hard not to load the boat on old man Ether. It's going to be hard not to buy a lot of Ethereum. So that is very exciting. If Ethereum get down that low, that means XRP is going to be under $1. Wow. What they say, it might get worse before it get better. Might get a little worse before it get better.
Send the preacher to the Holy Land. Hey, now, Lord, honey, don't give your money to that lying, cheating man. Talking about the heart.
Altcoin season index 34 out of 100. I think that's a horrible indicator. Altcoin season index. Past 90 days. Bitcoin season versus altcoin season. Big altcoin season versus Bitcoin season. 2026. Man, we've been going through it. Thought Bitcoin was going to get past $126,000. So when Bitcoin dipped down below 126, I said, all right, cool. Well, I know it's going to get back and make a new higher high. It never did. It never did. We were bamboozled, hoodwinked, but we did it to ourselves. We got nobody to blame but ourselves because we were being too greedy, overthinking the doggone process. Past week got a little more red in the past month. Ooh, ouch, ouch. I'm talking about bloody. That's just over the past month. Bloody. XRP down 22.4. Floki down 30%. Ethereum network. Okay. Look at Sandbox 26. Dog with hat 33%. Pendle, woo, sheesh. 27. ZBet network 23%. What is Kuba? Coin still around. Fart coin, meme coins, baby. IP, story IP, wow, 50%. Any coin could get it. Jasmine 16. Ethereum name service 26. Compound. Mana, Decentraland. Damn shame. Jasmine coin down 70% over the past year. AMP down 72% over the past year. Floki. XCN 70. Gala 81. Dog with hat 67. Pendle 55. Golly. Story IP 84. A1 bear market. A1 bear market. Aerodrome 44. Sheesh. Cold game, boy. Bear market is a cold game. CJ Jones said the Bank of International Settlement, Fed Bank, seems to have more faith in XRP and Ethereum than Bitcoin, and Japan is heavy ETH. Man, I still like Ethereum and XRP and Solana. I just think those plays can really do something. They're really solid. When we talk about real world asset, these coins do have real world play. There's a place for XRP, there's a place for Ethereum, there's a place for Solana. We know what Bitcoin is all about, so I'm very bullish on all of those plays. CJ Jones said, are you in a Russell 2000? Man, the Russell 2000 is that's where I get all of my. I missed those comments. That's where I get all my penny stocks from. That's where I get all my low cap, small cap stocks from. I did put a list of some of the coins or some of the stocks that I'm bullish on, that I'm buying in the Patreon. I don't know if you're in the Patreon, but I got a stock market section in the Patreon where we talk about stocks. Yeah, you gotta respect the Russell 2000, man. Joe Morris, what's going on, man? How'd I miss your comment? He said, just had him hump my stop loss on a short. Bad actors, we need clarity on the manipulation. See, that's what I'm talking about. We are continuing to get taken advantage of. These platforms that are out there doing all type of stuff. People are putting stop losses on, and the stop losses are not triggering. People are getting liquidated, and they are having protections in place, and they're still getting liquidated. Price targets getting hit, no activities are occurring. This has got to stop. Clarity Act is a must, but we don't have a voice. We don't have nobody to go and speak on our behalf. We voted in Donald Trump. We thought he was going to be our representation. You can see how far that has gotten us. We don't have a voice. We hoped and wished Michael Saylor would kind of be our voice, but we know Michael Saylor is a Bitcoin maximus. All he cares about is Bitcoin. He don't care about the altcoins. He don't care about us getting wrecked with these altcoins or his bags. He's so wealthy, he don't care. He can't advocate for us. He's a billionaire. How's he going to advocate for us? The working class, the retail. He can't. He can't feel our pain. You say trading in the zone or intelligent investor?
What they used to be. Oh, no. Radiation underground.
Yeah, but a lot of our altcoins are beat down very bad. Polka dot, that was horrible to see. Take a look at Chainlink. Aave. Chainlink still under $10. $9.16 yesterday. Over the past month, trading sideways like Bitcoin. It did hit $7 February 5th when Bitcoin hit $60,000 and everything else scaled and crashed down. Over the past year, what have we got here? $26, $27 chain link, August 2025. Let's take a look at the previous cycle. Chain link was $2, March 2020. The year after the Bitcoin halving, it got all the way to $48, $50. Did a 2025X. 2022 bear market came back down to $7. Where are we at right now? $8.79. 2024, the year of the Bitcoin halving, it got to $10. 2025 got to $25. Didn't hit previous all-time high of $48, $50. Interesting. And not a lot of coins did hit their all-time high from the previous cycle. Only a handful. Only a handful of coins hit their previous all-time high. So that is interesting that Chainlink was one of those coins that did not hit previous all-time high. James Lowry, what's going on, young man? He said Bitcoin grows from altcoins. If no altcoins, Bitcoin would really be worth nothing. Ooh, no, that's not true. If no altcoins, Bitcoin would be worth nothing? No way. Probably the other way around. If no Bitcoin, altcoins would be worth nothing, I think. Look at all the altcoins that have broken down and went to zero or no longer around. Bitcoin is still here. Bitcoin don't need altcoins, in my opinion. Altcoins need Bitcoin. He said Bitcoin would really be worth nothing. Rich Johnson, what's going on? He say bio will be 10x to 20x. $67,000 Bitcoin right now. Just that quick. Just that quick. Did see $68,000 yesterday. Came all the way down today to 65.1. Look at the hour. Look at the hour. Are we starting to see a change? Is this something that could be an indicator going on into Monday, into tomorrow? Will tomorrow be a green day? Will tomorrow be a green day and everybody's expecting it to be red? You just never know. You just never know. You gotta love the green, though. Even though it's only on the hour move. Go back to the day. Okay. Day's starting to green up a little bit too. But the hour. Let's see, the week. Humanity is minus 22. I like to buy the red. Aerial drum is up 14 on the week, down 2 on the day, on the hour, up 1. Okay. So this is the top 200 altcoins. Yeah, but like I said, I can't wait until the summer comes. Once the summer comes, I think one of the charts we looked at today, or something we looked at today, kind of told us that, let's see, like May could possibly be, is a point that it could be the bottom also. We could see some low points in May. Is it May, March, April, or April? Maybe April, May. They always say sell in May and go away. We're not selling in May. If anything, we're going to be buying in May. If anything, we'll be buying in May. I will be. Yep, let me know if y'all got any more coins y'all want to take a look at. Other than that, man, I'm about to be out of here. I got some stuff to take care of downstairs. I gotta do a little bit more research on my new little system, my new little program. But definitely a great experience to be using the new little modern technology to be able to share my screen with you guys, what I've been trying to get to for a long time. He said Bitcoin is like the S&P in the stock market. You pull all the stocks off the market and the S&P would crash to zero. No, man, that's not true. Bottom sometime in April or May. Gotta roll, bro. Look at Bio. Bio. Is Bio a crypto or a stock? I never heard of Bio. Bio protocol? It's a lot of bios, and I don't know which bio. Shit, not me. 71 cent to 2 cents? No, not me. Gotta be talking about a different bio. But man, I'm about to be up out of here. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me on this Sunday afternoon, and that's all I got for you on this one. It's your boy